Goes to Ikemi, sweeps it clear. Wasn't the best of kick-outs, but flag goes up for an offside anyway, I think, against Weimann. Kevin McDonald just misjudged the flight of the ball there. Bounced inside the Fulham half, but Weimann was adjudged to be offside. Free kick to Fulham. Back it goes to David Button. Approaching 5 minutes of the game gone. Goalless here at the Cottage. If you're just joining us, one change to the starting 11. Comes back into the attack. Scott Malone drops out from the left-back position, and Ryan Sessegnon, who was left-hand side of midfield on Tuesday night, reverts to left-back. There's a ball down the right-hand channel, looking for the run of Weimann, I think it was. David Button comes out. The clearance finds Kevin McDonald under a bit of pressure. Dave Edwards, the experienced Welsh international, put him under, and Wolves have possession back. Here's an opportunity for Costa. Cavaliero there sliding it through. Costa thankfully on a run into the penalty area, couldn't take the ball under control in his stride.
They look decent, Jim. They've started the game fairly well, haven't they? I know you'll probably say that we've had more of the play, but when they come forward, we're not necessarily picking out the midfield runners, and it's a slight concern that some of the players are picking up far too much space. You only need a better delivery, and the goalkeeper could be tested. Yeah,
and they have got runners, as you say, Jamie Costa and Cavaliero. Dave Edwards, past master really at popping up in the penalty area. Scored against us on a number of occasions, but no goals so far for Fulham. Forward for Sessegnon, squares it for Stefan Johansson, inside left position. Lovely ball forward for Floyd Aite, left hand side of the box, pulls it back. Kibano, oh, he's unlucky. Very similar to position to the one from where Shone Aluko scored on Tuesday night. It was just behind him. Jamie had to change his position, open his body up a little bit, and went with the right foot, tried to place it inside the far post from his point of view. It wasn't too far away.
Well, it was a beautiful pass from Stefan. You got that move going. Lovely cutback, and you really want more from Cabano. If anything, he just almost scuffed his effort. He didn't get as much on it as he would have liked, almost with the inside of the foot there and towards the back of the foot as he struck it, and just made it hard to get the sort of power that he wanted. Couldn't also get the direction to trouble the goalkeeper either.
No, just behind him, and as you say, he took it on. It was a little bit awkward, but almost found a way to turn it inside the post.
Just needed to open up his body a bit more, didn't he, really?
Yeah.
Get more power.
But good work from Floyd Aite, pulling it back, and as I say, similar position.
Don't understand how that's not a foul, Jim.
Like a foul on Shone Aluko, but long ball forward is a fairly poor one from Courtney Howes. David Button comes outside the penalty area, right-hand side, and then just drags the ball back, dribbles it into the box and slides it across for Tim Ream, left-hand side of central defence. No Scott Parker on the bench. He's still missing with a back injury. Oh, that's not a great clearance from David Button, but Dave Edwards couldn't control it, thankfully. Spins out of play for a throw-in. We all tend to worry a little bit about some of these clearances, but it's clear that it is the policy, it is the strategy from Fulham to involve David Button as much as possible and let him play from the back. But at times you worry a little bit, and it goes back to him again from Kevin McDonald. Takes one touch and he belts it clear. That's a better kick out from David, but Courtney Howes was underneath it. Aite was there, and he's bundled over by Lee Evans. He looked sharp, Floyd Aite.
Started the game well, hasn't he? I think that little enforced break might well have been doing him the world of good, Jim. Never easy is it going away on African Cup of Nations duty and then coming back. I know that Cabano did it, and he's been arguably one of the star men since coming back, but hopefully Aite is going to be back to his best.
Yeah, he has. Free kick to Fulham. Kearney to Ryan Fredericks. To Cabano, swings the cross in. It was just too deep. It goes through. Ryan Sessegnon might pick it up on the left-hand side of the penalty area. Needs a bit of support. Turns it back for Kevin McDonald. 30 yards from goal, just in line with the far side of the box. Finds Kearney. Back to McDonald. Fulham attacking the Putney end. Approaching 9 minutes gone. No goals, but one half chance for Naskins. Here's Kearney to Johansson. The clearance cannoned off Tom Kearney. Wolves eager to get it away in the end. Danny Batt just sweeps it forward. Turns into a decent fireman, and he turns inside. Thomas Callis carrying the ball infield from left to right. Feeds it across for Costa. Faced by Sessegnon. Working it onto his left foot. Goes for goal. Thankfully, David Button right behind it. Decent enough strike, but the keeper perfectly positioned and comfortably took it into his midriff. Held onto it. Good work from David Button, but as I say, 9 minutes gone. No goals. Scott Parker not on the bench. As I say, just one change to the starting 11. Aite returning. Scott Malone dropped. And Sigurdsson and Petsos out of the 18-man squad. Young Luca de la Torre is involved. He'll be on the bench this afternoon. Here's Thomas Callis for Fulham. For Tom Kearney. to Johansson. Sessegnon's in space again. The referee for me, yeah. I think he completely blocked the angle there for Johansson to pick out Ryan Sessegnon, but we've kept possession. Here's Ryan Fredericks forward towards Cabano, who's come across to the right hand side. Shone Aluko alongside him, finds him. Nice Johansson into the box looking for Cabano. Did really well to get it under control, and then unfortunately wide for Shone Aluko out by the corner flag, and he couldn't find a way round the defender. Immediately closing him down though, he came back to try and nick it off Ben Marshall, who gets it clear. Thomas Callis with the interception. It'll be a throw-in to Wolves. Position from their point of view, but he's walking it right up towards the halfway line. He's got to throw it back. And in the end, I think it'll be Matt Doherty, who's 10 yards or so inside the Wolves half. Fulham attacking the Putney end in this first half. No goals, one shot on target from the visitors. A good save from David Button from Helder Costa, and Cabano putting one wide at the Putney end for Fulham. Here's Ben Marshall, diagonal ball, early ball forward looking for Costa. Nice first touch, tries to go inside. Ryan Sessegnon went to ground. There might have been a little bit of contact. The referee, Mr. Kavanagh, had a good view and waved it away inside the penalty area. It'd be interesting to see the replay, but Fulham have brought it away. Here's Floyd Ayite in for Johansson. Early ball for the side of the penalty area. Into the box. Johansson couldn't quite get on the end of it. It wasn't the best of balls, but Ryan Fredericks picks up the loose clearance. Here's Johansson again for Fulham. For Cabano, back to Stefan Johansson. Looking for a wide ball out to the left. It wasn't really there. Goes for Kearney instead. Back to Johansson. Shone Aluko trying to work his way through, and in the end, Courtney Howes whacks it out of play. It'll be a throw-in to Fulham.
Superb defending from House. He came across on the cover and just managed to bust Aluko's run, because it looked like he was going to get in on goal there. It was a lovely little turn from Shone Aluko. Hanson's played some nice little intricate passes in the opening 12 minutes, Jim. Good to see him arguably back to his best after a couple of quiet games.
Yeah, he's made a bright start. Fulham have been moving the ball around well. Johansson's on it again, and curse to the commentator, Jamie, straight away he gives possession straight back to Wolves, but it was the first stray pass really so far from Stefan. Carly Keamy belts it clear for Wolves. Callis got a piece of that in the air, but it fell for Costa. There's a chance for Vyman carrying it out to smashes it across the area, but straight into the arms of Helder Costa, David Button, I should say.
He's clever, isn't he, Vyman?
Yeah, but he's got a similar situation to us in that respect, Jamie, in that they haven't really got an out-and-out striker. He's more a 10, isn't he? Yeah, he is a forward, and he's a good goal scorer. He scored against us before now for, I think, 4 Wolves, and certainly for Aston Villa. But he likes to float around. He likes to go out wide and run the channels at times. So they haven't really got a centre forward as such, and of course neither have we. So be interesting to see where the goals come from. But here's Thomas Callis for Fulham.
Well, they got Noah Dicko on the bench, who is at number 9, but he just doesn't score goals.
No. And let's hope none of them do, Jamie. But throw in to Fulham. Ryan Fredericks. We still haven't quite stamped our authority. We've been the better side. If you are just joining us, bright enough start, but I wouldn't say we've dominated as such. Here's Ryan Fredericks with the throw. Danny Batt with a header forward. Tim Ream has to come across. First touch wasn't great, but David Button gets there and bangs it forward. Danny Batt heads it back into the Fulham half. Costa takes it down on his chest. Lovely control. He's got plenty of talent. It's fed to him once more, right-hand side, trying to burst round Ryan Sessegnon, who did well. And he shepherded it out of play for a goal kick as well. He did really well. I thought he might have conceded the corner, but didn't see a replay of that earlier challenge, Jamie, but I was a little bit worried at first as Costa cut inside Ryan Sessegnon that he might have made contact with him. The referee had a perfect view, to be fair, and waved it away, but for a moment I thought he was going to give the penalty. Well, it was on the angle, Jim, and we'd have certainly been calling at the other end of the pitch. Yeah, I'm surprised that the Wolves fans perhaps didn't make a little bit more noise. There's Johansson down the left-hand channel. That's unlucky. Floyd Ayite trying to feed it through with the outside of his right foot. It's an open game. There's Connor Cody for Wolves. Long ball over the top, looking for the run down the right-hand channel of Cavaliero, I think it is. David Button hooks it away out of play into the enclosure, or into the Johnny Haynes stand, should I say, and it'll be a throw-in to Wolves, just about the halfway line. And